Hey everybody, welcome to part two. Sorry about that, the error in the video. This is part two of our Last Days in the Sun, our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. We are featuring two ghouls who have been chosen for the embrace. They are ready to take their place in the society of the night. They've spent their time in the sun, and they're ready to join the night. So let's go ahead and introduce our players, and then we'll give a short recap, and then we'll start going. So let's begin first with Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm playing Cecily Roberts. She is from an Irish family. She's been sickly her whole life. She has gone and done everything she could do while still human and is waiting to be embraced.
All righty. And Haley.
Hi everyone, my name is Haley, also known as Beyblade666 on the internet. Tonight I'm playing Victoria Patet. Last episode, she ended up murdering her dad just to get rid of the last bit of evidence. There's that, but also she's just ready for a new life and to get what she thinks she deserves. So.
And we'll see what she gets. So, so again, that was a kind of a good recap for Victoria. Cecily has been promised the embrace by Herbert Weston, her nighttime spy master, who been dealings with Cecily's father, who's a scholar. Turns out he's actually possibly a weapons dealer as well, which is really kind of not a combination I think that Cecily was aware of out of dear old dad.
No.
So she found out that Herbert has been kind of grooming her for a new role. She's proven loyal, she's proven effective, and he has offered her the embrace. So she is going to be meeting with him tonight. On Victoria's part, her employer, we'll call him, he's kind of a jerk, Jean-Pierre Bonnet, is kind of a thug. He's a bit of a dandy for the time, and he runs a side business, acquiring human cattle, essentially, for a business where she's not quite sure what happens to those folks after she brings them in, but she has seen that some of the people she's brought to Jean-Pierre have ended up in chains. So she's not quite sure maybe what is happening to those folks. And honestly, she seems like she hasn't really cared up to this point. She's ready to take the next step. She's had the offer of the embrace dangled in front of her, and he's tempted her with this to keep her loyalty intact, shall we say. So I think that's a decent beginning. Let's jump in. So we are on essentially the third night since the offer was made, and Cecily has been getting herself ready at home. It's early evening. Herbert hasn't said kind of where they're supposed to meet. Typically they do. He didn't say anything tonight, so she finds herself at home. What is she doing to get ready? Is she cutting herself all dolled up, shall we say? Or is she
she's probably taking a bath, because who knows if vampires bathe? She doesn't know, so she's going to go ahead and do that now. And she's trying very hard to not have her mother catch on to what's going on.
Okay. She hears from the window in her bedroom. She has kind of wooden shutters at the window, and from behind her, she hears the shutters open loudly.
Oh. Okay. And I look over.
And she turns around, and there's this rush of air that blows her hair back.
Well, there goes my hairdo for now. All right.
And standing in front of her is Herbert Weston. He's looming over her.
Ah, there you are. I thought we'd meet up tonight sometime.
Oh. For this, I thought it'd be best done at home.
If you say so.
And he reaches forward and just kind of holds her chin for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And he, with his other hand, he kind of grabs her shoulder. And he kind of just lifts her up in the air.
Oh, I did not know you could do that.
And he takes her back over to the bed, and lays her down. He says, "Are you ready?"
I am.
Okay. He grabs you and sinks his fangs into your throat. And he's fed from you before, and it was pleasurable. But this seems like he's more intensity this time. And he's gripping her, and the stronger he drinks from her, her sight starts to blur.
This is new.
And maybe the part she didn't understand is that she's going to die. Maybe she knew it, maybe she didn't, but she just starts to feel her life fading away from her.
Well, it's kind of like having tuberculosis, but more, so it's probably fine.
And just as she feels like she's about to just give it all up and go into the darkness, he whispers to her, "Drink." And she feels his wrist pushed against her mouth. "Drink or you will die."
I start drinking.
Okay. And you've drank from him before, but never this intensity. And he's like pushing his arm into your mouth. And you drink until he gently shoves you back and then just kind of lays you back onto the bed for a moment.
Well, that was intense.
And you see him lick his wrist, and then you feel like you fall asleep almost.
All right.
Okay. We are going to switch then over to Victoria. Jean-Pierre has asked her to meet him at a butcher's shop that they occasionally use to drop off their merchandise. Occasionally, he has the carriage ready for you to load folks up and send them back. But this is more of a spot where he has you maybe deliver people there. It's kind of a nondescript shop on the East End, and he has asked you to kind of meet him inside, kind of what he normally does.
Okay, I'll go in.
You open the door. Door opens with a creak. It's rather clean. This butcher, despite being perhaps the pawn of a vampire, manages to keep a pretty clean shop. He doesn't want his daytime customers maybe catching on to perhaps what happens in the basement. And as she walks in, she hears from a doorway. She comes in. There's a counter off to the right. And then there's a doorway kind of off to the left that kind of leads to the back. And there's no lights on inside, but you do hear Jean-Pierre call out, "Come here, my sweet."
Okay. I'll, without a doubt, just follow.
Okay. You walk in there and you look around and you don't see anyone.
I'll be like, where did you go?
And you hear his voice again, and it sounds like it could be behind you. He says, well, Victoria, I've thought long and hard, and I think you do indeed deserve the blood of Cain.
I'll turn around.
There's no one there.
Oh. Can I activate Fleetness?
Sure, yeah.
Just try to dash out.
Okay. You can go back out into the front.
Yeah.
There's no one there. Go back into the kind of the storeroom. There's no one there. You know there is a basement beneath here.
Is the shop owner there?
No. This is probably like 9 o'clock at night, so they've been closed for hours.
I'll try to investigate the basement. I'll light a candle first.
Okay. Yeah, you light up the candle.
Or a lantern or whatever.
No, it's fine. And you, when you open up it's kind of like a latch to a basement, almost like a trap door. When you pull that open, you hear his voice again, coming from the basement. And like I said, you swear he was behind you earlier. You hear him say, "The curse has passed through many lands and peoples. Some noble, some barbaric."
I'm not barbaric.
Come down.
Who are you?
It's Jean-Pierre.
No, it's not.
Do you doubt me, girl?
Well, come out then.
No. The game is you come to me, child.
If you insist. I'll go down.
Okay.
Hold the lantern in front.
And the voice continues. It says, all have served a purpose. And as you get into the basement and you see various chains on the wall, various implements of cutting meat and other torture devices, you see some faded blood on the floor. Jean-Pierre does appear. He steps from the shadows. He says, there you are. Oh, not to worry, my dear. He's like, my dear Victoria, though you are loyal, I don't think you quite live up to the standards of Clan Toreador.
What? I've done everything for you.
Do not fret. A promise is a promise. And you will become kindred this night.
Toreador, right?
And he slides back into the shadows.
No.
You hear a slight sound move to your right.
I'll point the lantern towards a...
Okay. And you see something kind of move in the shadows. But very quick. And then you hear the sound of steps going up the stairs to the trapdoor, and you hear it slam shut.
Please. I done everything. I'm worthy. I've changed my whole life to be this.
And this gravelly voice that you don't recognize goes, "Oh, you're worthy." And something grabs you by the arms.
I'll let out a scream.
Heavy, thick hands grab you. And then you feel fangs punch into your neck. And it is not like the way Jean-Pierre fed on you. No, this is rough and animalistic, and it's draining you quickly.
Can I try to fight back?
You can, yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you can You can make a dex and brawl if you want to. Oh, excuse me, strength and brawl if you want to.
Let's go.
Your hands pound, and you feel a face that is at your neck, and the face is not smooth like Jean-Pierre. It is leathery feeling, and you think you feel like a bubble or a wart or something.
Get off me, and I'll try to squeeze the wart.
Okay. Let's see. I guess just strength and brawl again.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. Poppin' zits.
Yeah. You feel yeah. As your life starts to fade away, you squish one of these warts or something. You feel like this pus explode all over your fingers, and it's like sticky and hot, and you wish you were dead.
Yeah.
And then the voice grumbles to you. Drink if you would become one of us.
No, I can't.
Drink.
No.
And you feel this leathery arm pressed up against your mouth. Drink or I will let you die here. Unworthy wench.
I will drink, and it will not suit well for you, sir. And she'll drink.
Okay. And it is foul tasting. But you taste Vitae like you had known from Jean-Pierre, but it is foul. There's almost clots in it.
Ew.
But the more you drink, the ghoul inside you is crying out for sustenance. It knows that underneath this muck is what you need.
Okay. Yeah, I'll drink out of spite.
And as she drinks, she slowly feels herself getting weak, and then closes her eyes, and then doesn't wake up for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So we've started the game, and now what I'd like to do is we're going to move back to Cecily, and you can turn on your camera now if you would like.
Okay. There we are.
Hey, it's Jen. So. Okay. Cecily awakens on her bed.
Okay.
She's, over the covers, everything's still
Right.
dressed.
Right.
And Herbert is standing at her side. He's looking at a pocket watch and just kind of glances down at her. Your vision is now much more focused than when you were alive. Did she wear glasses before? I don't think she did. Well, the picture we had of her, she didn't have glasses.
She didn't have glasses. Player needs glasses, but
That's
Cecily
fine.
does not need glasses.
Okay. But her sense of smell, her hearing is all of a sudden it's just so acute.
Wow.
She hears what sounds like somebody snoring somewhere in the house, and she's like, that's my father snoring.
I don't think I've heard him snore this loudly before, but here he is. This is amazing.
And you felt hunger as a ghoul, but nothing like you feel now. You are ravenous now. You are in need of something, but this isn't like human hunger. This is blood.
And I look up at Herbert and see if he can understand what I'm trying to express.
And he sits down next to her on the bed and kind of takes her hand. He's like, you made it.
I have.
You'll soon.
Surprised.
I wouldn't have chosen you if I didn't think you could survive.
Well, that's good to hear.
But now you need to do your first action of your own as one of the kindred. You are now of the Bruja clan.
All right.
You are my child.
Yes. What should I do?
You need to sate your hunger.
Right, but I don't know how to go about doing that.
Well, now I have a few options for you.
Oh, all right.
It kind of helps her sit up.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like shaky, like, oh. Whew.
I could offer you one of the easier options, but you might find it ghastly.
Oh, all right.
And he kind of walks over to the bedroom door and kind of opens it with just kind of a creak. And then you hear your father snoring from the other room. Kind of hear your mother. You didn't normally hear your mother sleeping, but you hear her now. They would be the easiest options.
Both of them, or one of them, or how does this? I don't know how much I'm supposed to have.
Well, typically, it's frowned upon to train someone to death.
All right.
And it becomes troublesome to cover up, shall we say.
Right. Okay.
Unless there is someone else you would prefer. And he's like, quite honestly, your father's of need to me.
All right. So not him then.
But you're going to want to choose quickly, because if you don't feed soon, the beast within you will take over and you will have no choice.
Okay. What time is it? I lost track.
It's, he's like, it's about 2 a.m.
2 a.m. People just waking up, yeah? Maybe. Or going to sleep, depending. Is there a pub or something nearby? Just find someone.
There are. And I'm sure there's some layabouts still
Right.
filling their bellies with cheap beer.
Well, I guess that'll do. Shall we go together?
After you, my dear.
All right.
Takes you outside. There is no carriage.
Right. Well, there was never before either, so I was just not expecting one.
He says, I'm going to let you do this on your own.
Okay.
I trust in you.
That's good to hear.
And he kind of steps back into the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know there is a pub probably a block from here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go there.
Okay. And you get there, they're closing up. There are some guys staggering out. There is a police officer standing under a gaslight.
Okay.
Just kind of gesturing for the guys, like, all right, boys, come on, time to go home.
I don't know if can the police officer see me, or am I a little more stealthy now? I don't know.
Let's take a look. I will see if he has noticed you. Are you attempting to hide?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Why don't you make a dexterity and stealth roll?
Okay, dexterity and stealth.
So you're going to choose stealth first and then click on dex.
Backwards.
Yep. No, that's okay. That's okay.
Let me try that again. Okay, so what was it?
You want stealth and dexterity.
Stealth and dexterity. Okay, there's stealth. And I choose dexterity and I roll.
You got it. And I'm going to have him roll to see how he does. And you manage to kind of avoid him. He doesn't quite seem to notice you. He's kind of more focused on the getting the
men staggering out of the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
You hear from somewhere behind you.
Mm-hmm.
He says, says, "Oh, that's." You hear your sire's voice say, "Oh, that's McGill. He's a bit of a prick, always sticking his nose into business that's not his."
Are we talking about the officer?
Indeed,
or not?
Indeed, we are.
All right.
Could be fun, could be challenging.
Could be a challenge, yes. Okay. I'm going to walk by the police officer a little bit so he can see me.
Okay. He glances over to you. He's like, "And you do not look like a lady of the evening."
No, of course not.
So he says, "Miss, it's far too late to be outside on your own. Please return to your home."
I can maybe, but I feel like if I think I've been attacked.
What?
I was drinking and I just you have to help me, and I throw my arms around him.
Okay.
And attempt to sound like I'm crying.
Okay. Give me manipulation and performance.
Oh my god. Okay.
To see if you can sell it.
All right. Manipulation and performance. Where's performance? Did I do it backwards?
No. You want to do performance.
Okay.
And then choose manipulation.
I do it backwards. I can't make that work. Hold on. So it's performance and then manipulation.
Yeah. I always say the way I read it is the way the rules are written, but for Foundry you do it. You do it you choose it in the opposite direction.
Okay, let's see if this works.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of taken aback. And he's trying to kind of hold his ground as you dig into him. The street light he's under is narrow.
Okay.
So he's kind of holding his ground, trying to be firm as you collide in with him.
Right.
Would you like to try to shove him in a direction?
Yeah, out of the light.
Okay. No, that's what I was thinking. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl. Okay, we have strength and we have. Where's brawl? I did it the wrong way again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, brawl and strength. I gotta learn. Yeah,
brawl and strength. Okay, got it.
Learn to read them backwards. Okay.
There we go. That didn't work, did it?
No.
Okay.
He's holding. He's like, Miss, please. I'm an officer of the law.
Well, you should be protecting me then. It was one of these men. I don't know which one.
And he kind of just gently kind of moves you to the side, and he starts looking around. He's like, these boys are all. Were you assaulted in the pub?
I'm not even sure. I've been drinking for a while, sir.
He's like, all right. He's like, let me see if I can get you home. And he steps out of the light.
And I'm gonna grab him.
You're gonna grab him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What we're gonna do for this is when you do your strength and brawl, there's a modifier.
Okay.
I want you to add a 1 to that. What we're going to do is we're going to say you're using some potence to.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm not sure exactly what I do here.
So you're going to click on brawl.
Brawl. Okay, got brawl.
And then choose strength.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's a modifier box that says
modifier
0.
box. So
just
put a 1.
Add a 1 to that, yeah, please.
Okay. 1. All right. I'm going to roll again.
Okay, not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of shove him a little bit, and he's kind of, hey.
Right. And I'm going to grab him and sink my teeth into his neck if I can. I might have to jump up because she's a little short.
Okay.
But yeah.
I'm going to say that he's kind of caught off guard by this, so you're able to jump on him, and you sink your fangs in and start drinking from him. And he's and as the blood is hitting you, you're just feeling emboldened and strong. And yeah, she is kind of jumping up on this big man,
right? Probably from behind him, you know.
and starts like dragging him down.
Yeah.
And it's so good, the power of drinking this blood. and you start to feel him start to slip away as you're just drinking and drinking.
I gotta stop.
Okay. I want to have you see if you can click willpower. I want to see if you in your first kill, if you can exert your willpower to stop.
Okay, where's willpower?
It is up top on your sheet, right beneath your last name.
Willpower. Okay.
She does. She succeeds without her sire having to say anything. She knows. I gotta stop. I gotta stop.
And I'm gonna walk into the shadows back to my sire.
Okay. And he goes, lick the wound.
Oh, I'll go back and do it.
Okay. Okay. And Herbert comes out and drags the officer up against a building and finds an old beer bottle.
There's probably plenty around.
And puts it in his hand as he's leaning up against the wall.
No one will know.
He says, "This is not bad, girl. Not bad. How do you feel?"
Strong.
Good.
Like I've never felt before.
Give me more of that. Let's retire for a moment.
Okay.
Okay. And we're going to switch over to Victoria. She awakens in pain. Her body is racked with pain like she's never known in her joints and her muscles. She feels like her hair hurts. Everything feels like she's like pulled a muscle in her sleep. And as she awakens into this pain, she also feels this ravenous hunger in her stomach. As she's moving, she feels like there's like a sheet or a cloak or something on top of her, and she's struggling.
Oh.
And she is in the same basement that she was in the butcher shop. Across from her stands a stranger that she's never seen before. He is hunchback with bulbous tumors and has the perpetual smell of rot about him. He's wearing actually a fairly fashionable suit with a fresh flower boutonniere. But his face is covered in these tumors and the pustules. He has just little strands of hair that he seems like he's combed over, and his eyes bulge out. Almost, he looks more like a pig. And he says, "I see you made it."
Who are you?
My name is Harold Tanner. I'm an associate of Jean-Pierre.
You're disgusting.
I am, indeed.
What do you want? Why did you do this?
I was given to you as a present by Jean-Pierre.
I'm not something to be exchanged. I was his.
You were, until he gave you away.
Why?
He said he thought you were just a little too shy, maybe a little too reserved for the Toreador. I doubt that. They're all snobs anyway.
I did my best. I tried.
You did. And you were rewarded. You have become one of the kindred. And he kind of gets down on like one knee, and he kind of brushes back the veil or the sheet that's in front of her face. There we are. A beauty. A new addition to Clan Nosferatu.
No, it can't be.
Oh, it is. It is.
She'll feel her face.
She's got some nice tumors and some spots. She's not exactly like him, but there's a family resemblance now.
I'll kill him.
You might try at that. I probably wouldn't advise it. Not for 20 years.
You got to. You have to help me.
Well, you're my child now. And I've taken a bit of his business on. And he looks around the basement. He's like, oh yeah, I know all about Jean-Pierre's business, his trade in humans.
I just silently obeyed. I just wanted this so bad. I needed it.
And you've got it. It's not all about beauty. There's power in the darkness. There's power in cloaking yourself to look like someone else.
That's beautiful.
And he kind of moves a little bit back to the shadows and comes out, and he is this handsome young British lord, blonde hair, same suit, but impeccable skin. He's like, it's as easy as this, my dear. You can be anyone you want.
How'd you do that?
Oh, I'll teach you.
Me too.
You see,
be like this.
Cloak yourself if you would. You can't hide from what you are now, though. And he pulls out a mirror from... You don't know why they would have had a mirror down here. Maybe somebody's twisted game. And holds up the mirror to your face.
And she'll just like break it against the wall.
He's like, that happens from time to time. I don't know if I can promise you revenge, but I can promise you a bigger slice of the pie. That you're not necessarily just the bait anymore.
I'll take it. I need to survive. I need to kill him.
I wouldn't advise that. But what I would advise is there's something burning in your belly, isn't there?
Yes.
You're going to need to feed.
Okay.
And as she now realizes her vision and her hearing are just so intense now that she thinks she hears rats scurrying somewhere inside the walls.
I see if I can get them to come near me.
Okay. We'll try out your innate animalism.
Let's go. Is that an animalism check?
I forget what the role in the book is. It is probably... We're not going to make you roll for it. Let's just keep it simple tonight.
Wait, I have the skill though. Right?
If you haven't, you want to roll on it, that's great. I can't remember what the roll is.
I got animal ken.
Okay. So probably animal ken and maybe manipulation or something, or...
All right. Let's go.
Okay. That'll work, yeah, for what you're doing tonight. You kind of walk over and kind of put your hand against the wall, and you can hear the scurries, squeakings behind the wall.
Is this what you eat?
Well, when times are hard, yes. I prefer mine a little bigger and warmer, but a rat or two, a stray cat will do in a pinch.
I want to try person first.
Okay. And she looks up and she sees a little tiny rat face stick out of a tiny hole, and it kind of glances down at her.
I'll kind of summon it to come with me.
Okay. it kind of just starts to sneak its head out, kind of like, I don't know you.
I'll stick it in my dress.
Okay.
For later.
like a Capri Sun for later. Right?
Or you can be my buddy.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah. So it's scurrying about, but then it starts to calm down a little bit when it's in your hand, and you kind of put it in a pocket, and Harold gestures to the stairs. He's like, "After you, my dear. Let's go have a meal."
Guy can't come out here looking like this.
He's like, "For now, yeah. Once we teach you the ways of the blood."
Okay.
And it's probably about the same time as when Cecily woke up, so probably close to about 2. This end of town is probably got a couple pubs that are letting out. He takes you out onto the street. You see a couple guys walking, more staggering along the sidewalk. There's like 2 guys that are kind of like holding each other up as they make their way down the sidewalk, and Harold just kind of slithers over to the shadows, and he's like, "Think you could handle 2 of them?"
I can handle it. I've always been able to handle it.
Okay. He's like, "After you, my dear." So you would be able to get behind them, and if you time it just right, you could probably get them between gaslights so that they're in the darkness. But you would have to probably be very quick and very strong. So you do have celerity that you had as a ghoul. So what I would probably say would be, if you're going to try to grab them, it would probably be your strength and brawl, and then you could add a die for your celerity. Did she also have potence? I can't remember if you added potence or not. Let's take a look here.
I did obfuscate.
No. Okay. No, that's fine.
But I'm pretty strong, so let's.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to a dark alley and cry out for help to see if they.
Okay. The guys are stumbling along, and you managed to get past them, to get ahead of them. You use your celerity to kind of get past them. So now, and they kind of stumbling along. They're singing a song, and they're like, "Oh, la 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 la," and hey, what's that over in there? And one guy is like, "Oh, I gotta take a piss anyway," and he kind of goes stumbling into the alley.
I want to have unseen passage, but I want them to hear my voice.
Okay.
From the shadows.
Okay. So you're gonna kind of call out.
Yeah, for help.
Okay. All right, let's do charisma and performance. See if you sell it.
I'm pretty good at performance. I was supposed to be a Toreador.
2 successes. Okay. And one guy's like, he's going in, he's leaning up against the wall, and he's like, "That ain't no cat." He's like, "Hey, is there a girl in here?"
Yes. Please come help me. I need your help. Quickly.
And he's kind of like, all right. And he's kind of stumbling forward. He can't see he can't see you.
Yeah. I'm going to punch him straight in the jaw.
Okay. Strength and brawl.
Yeah. Let's go. Strength and brawl. 3.
Oh, yeah. You crush his jaw. You feel the bones just crumble as you hit him.
Yeah.
And he goes staggering back. He kind of makes a ugh noise.
Yeah. Does the other guy see? Is he there? Or?
The other guy was kind of standing a little bit further back. So he's like, hey, what are you up to in there?
I'll use unseen passage and kind of just hover over the one guy.
Okay.
See if he comes to help his friend.
And he's like, God damn it. He's like, I told you not. And he's looking around. He's like, what the hell are you?
Is he by his friend?
Yeah, he's coming in slowly.
All right. Once he's in striking range, I'm going to do like an uppercut.
Okay. So much anger in this one. Yeah, let's go strength and brawl. You would have thought the Bruja would have been the one beating people up. So.
Range. Can I roll some of them?
You can. I
don't know how to do that.
You hit him, but it's just kind of a glancing shot. I will let you take another shot at him though, because he's drunk. He doesn't see it coming. So let's take one more shot at him.
I'm getting tired.
You're kind of slapping at him, and he's kind of stumbling back, and he's like, bare knuckle brawling stance. He's like, hey, who the fuck is that?
Anyways, I'm gonna try to just go in for the kill now.
Okay. Yeah. His friend is going like. Okay. So are you gonna go after the guy standing up or the one you knocked down?
The guy standing up.
Okay.
The one I knocked down, I think, is down for the count for now.
Okay. Yep. So you're going to try to just leap at him or punch, or what do you want to do?
I'm just going to try and drain him.
Okay, so you're just going to grab him then. Okay. All right. You're probably going to need to.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you roll to because he's now waiting for something. So I'm going to make you make a. Let's make a dex and brawl this time. Mix it up. To see if you can essentially just grapple him. Much better. Okay. Yeah. You grab him. Are you gonna pull him down? What do you want to do?
Yeah. I just grab him and kind of try to drag him towards his friend, like in a more out of the way of the alley.
Okay. Yeah, you get him and you start sliding
him.
And you slam him down next to his friend, and then just sink your fangs in and just start drinking.
And as his friend watches.
He cooked his friend. And I couldn't resist, sorry. And he's sitting there like, oh, and he's trying to slither away. While he's watching you.
I like when they struggle.
he's like, oh. And you do hear Harold's voice. You don't know how he got there. And he's like, not too much, my dear. Don't kill him.
I'm going to kill him.
Okay. And drain him. Okay. And you just keep drinking until he goes lifeless. His friend is trying to stagger away.
Here's one for you, master. He'll get up and walk out.
And he's
walk over the guy that's struggling.
Okay. Harold comes over and he's like, he's a bit brutish, but he might bring us a pound or two. And he leans down and just pops the guy in the face, just knocks him out. He's like, now, you need to clean up that mess. Points to the dead one. And he says, and this one, we'll take him back to the shop.
How do I clean up my mess?
Well, since he's dead, you might want to lick the wound to try to remove the bite mark.
What if I just cut it?
Well, leaving too many bodies around tends to bring a lot of questions.
Fine. She'll reluctantly go back, lick him.
He's like,
and put him in a pile of garbage.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, you just put him in. Okay, all right, bury him in garbage. Okay. And Harold flings the guy over his shoulder like a rag doll. I mean, you're just amazed how easily he just flipped him over. And he's like, all right, let's go back to the shop.
How could he not see my abilities?
Have
anything I wanted. I could have done way better than any other toy door. She's just upset, storms off.
You'll get over it in time. We all do. Okay. So we're gonna switch back to Cecily for one final scene.
Okay.
Now that she's kind of learned a little bit about what she can do and what's expected of her, Herbert takes her to the docks, and they move swiftly. She finds she can move quickly by kind of focusing her blood. They kind of dart in and out of alleys, but they move quickly. And she just feels this power now. She's like, oh my God, this is cool. Like I can move fast, I can hit people, I can seemingly do whatever I want.
Right. I couldn't do this when I was alive, I guess is the word.
And he takes her to right by the dock. They're kind of looking out on the river, the Thames. He says, I need someone to watch over my business here in London.
All right.
Because I am needed in the United States.
Oh, that's awfully far away.
It is, but there's business to attend there. What I need you to do is to watch your father.
How so?
I need to know if he's working for anyone else.
Oh, all right.
There are mortals who obviously seek destruction and chaos. And there are others of our kind who seek very similar actions, though they are a bit more savage than mortals.
Ah, okay. So what should I be asking him?
You're going to want to know and try to find out more about who his partners are. And he kind of gestures to the warehouse you guys had searched the other night.
All right.
And he says, I want to know who he's collecting those for. Is it the bloody Russians? Is it Arabs? Or is it something more sinister?
Okay. I will try my best to see what I can figure out, I suppose.
Oh, don't try. Do.
I will do my best then, yes.
Do not fail me.
All right. How do I, assuming I find information, how do I find you?
Gather what you can, and upon my return, I'll meet up with you. He's like, I leave for the United States tomorrow evening.
Okay.
He puts his hand on your shoulder. He's like, I'm trusting you with this whole operation.
I can do it.
I know you can.
My dad will tell me anything.
I know you can. And she knows, she has a fair idea of the contacts that her father works with.
Well, she's met them all.
Exactly. Now she obviously can't go during the day, but she can find them and find where they go at night.
Mm-hmm.
So it may take her a while to gather information about what he's doing, but
right.
he's given her time, and he says, and time is all you'll have, because you're not going to die unless something foolish happens. And he kind of gives her the whole spiel about don't go out in the sun, feed, be careful when you feed. He says, but you're going to stay young and beautiful forever.
Hadn't thought of that, but that does sound nice.
And kind of, sorry, Victoria. and he kind of leans over and gives Cecily a kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
And he says, make your plans for where you will live during the day.
Oh, I have to do that. Okay, I got to figure that out.
And he has another young man who works you had seen around, but you were never quite sure who he was.
Mm-hmm.
He says, this is Joseph, my retainer.
Oh, hello.
He will assist you in finding proper accommodations.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay. All right. Anything else from Cecily before we switch back over?
I don't know. She's going to find a place from Joseph and maybe kind of stay in the shadows around the warehouse and hope, just to listen.
Okay. We'll do kind of like one last recap with her to see if you think of anything else. So, all right, we're going to switch back to Victoria now. They're back at the warehouse, and Harold has taken this poor broken jaw guy and has locked him into some kind of cage. And the guy was passed out. And then Harold comes over with this bucket of this foul-looking water. You think it may have been something that had been used upstairs to drain blood, perhaps. It takes and just splashes the guy, and it's water, but it's pretty putrid. And he wakes up and his eyes just widen when he sees Victoria, and he's like scrambling to the back of the cage.
Why are you scrambling? Why are you scared?
He's like pointing at his face.
And he's scary. And she's kind of pissed off at that. So go and she'll like choke him out.
And he's like, oh, and Harold's like, that one was for the shop. Don't harm the merchandise too much. That the customers prefer to do that themselves.
Well, he insulted me. Are you gonna let him insult me like that?
We learn ways to command respect. You'll find out. See, our clan is considered beneath the Toreador and the Ventru. But we're the ones who get all the information. We're the ones who know where all the bodies are buried and how to get things done. They all come to us in the end.
I don't care about that.
Oh, you'll care. You'll care. You'll command respect. You'll make them crawl to you, come to you in your sewer or wherever you choose to lay. And they'll bow down in the muck and beg you for your help.
I guess so.
Would you like to know more about our enterprise? Perhaps more than Jean-Pierre told you.
You're gonna tell me? Do you trust that?
You're my child now. Of course I trust you. I could command you if I so chose, but I'm not that type. I'd rather earn your trust.
Interesting. Okay, tell me.
there is a gentleman's club, shall we say, that enjoys the pleasures of the flesh beyond simple prostitutes. They enjoy using techniques perfected during the Spanish Inquisition, but not for gaining information out of these poor hapless souls. No, these monsters, these rich, powerful captains of industry enjoy torturing people, cutting off parts, slicing people open while they're alive to bask in their agony and pain. It's distasteful, but provides a good source of income and also provides good blackmail material that, should their horrible desires come out, these fine upstanding gentlemen would be ruined.
I would like to ruin fine upstanding gentlemen.
Oh, you will. You will. They will come to you begging, please. All I want is a fair maiden of 18 to defile, or bring me twin brothers, that we may make them do the most perverse actions. They'll beg you. They'll throw their money at you.
It's nothing I couldn't handle as a ghoul. I'd be more than capable now.
Oh, that is what Jean-Pierre said. He is looking to get out of that business for whatever reason, and I willingly took on the business and took you on as my child. He did keep his promise, though.
Not to me. For that, he's going to pay. Anyway.
All right. All right. And we're going to kind of wrap up her scene there. Anything else Victoria would like to do for the rest of the evening besides seethe in anger and rage?
Pet my new pet rat.
Okay. What's your rat's name?
Scabies.
Scabies. I was thinking Jean-Pierre, but Scabies. There you go. Here's Scabies.
That's not a good name.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's kind of setting up the characters. That's kind of what I wanted to do, was play out you guys becoming kindred, kind of giving you an adventure path, as it were.
Right.
How do you guys feel?
This was fun.
Yeah.
Good.
I didn't expect her to be this moody.
She was a bit angsty. And it's funny is because I really thought the Bruja would be the one seething with anger to beat people up.
The romance story I wanted.
Well, it was this is what you asked for. So
Yeah.
It's okay.
So, well, I mean, you might fall in love with Harold. You never know. So give him a chance.
You might fall in love with me.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Any kind of, we're probably going to wrap up here. I know it's a little short, but I think I want to just kind of wrap this up, and I would like at some time to maybe bring back these characters for something.
Okay.
Maybe we'll have to see what the schedule holds. But I've enjoyed these. No, probably stay with Victorian.
Okay.
And because now the character's already established.
Right.
And then probably bring them together at some point, but I have to kind of look at the schedule. It probably wouldn't be till next year at this rate.
It's fine. Yeah.
I'm too ambitious. I plan too many games. So
Yeah.
But okay. Well, thanks again for everybody who's been watching. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. We appreciate the subscribers. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Going to let the players tell us a little bit about themselves and if they've got anything going on they want to talk about. So we'll start with Jen.
Okay. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which is about mostly the Diablo 4 stuff right now, and sometimes what the companies are doing to try to complete the merger. So you can find that at shatteredsoulstone.com, and new episodes come out every Saturday.
And Haley.
Hi, everyone. My name's Haley, also known as babe_blade666 on the internet. You can find me on Instagram. I like to experiment with different makeups and different cosplays and stuff like that. I don't really have anything on the go right now. I'm pretty casual this year, but for any updates, you can look at my Instagram for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. We have a new Call of Cthulhu series starting tomorrow night called The Red Scare. It's set in the 1950s. That's going to run for a couple of Fridays. We have our first Mothership series coming up called Original Sin in September. And then we have Blood in the Water, our Vampire the Masquerade,
Yes.
the third season and the final season.
Yes.
That's going to start up. So lots of stuff coming up in September. We will be taking a short break for 2 weeks here in August while I go on vacation. But there's plenty of stuff to watch in the meantime, and then we get started back up again. So I want to thank my players, doing a great job. I appreciate their hard work in getting prepared, and I thought it was a lot of fun. So hopefully we will get to meet these characters again sometime soon. So
That'd be good. Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, good night, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.